Welcome back to Rastus Realities, where my reality is your reality. Thanks for joining in when you could be any place in the city. Roll with me as I go into the center and enter into our reality. Like, share. There's absolute truth, and then there's cultural truth. This video comes by way of a subscriber who sent me an article regarding this pandemic and unemployment. More critically, regarding some comments that I made in a different video. The comment spoke on how topsy-turvy this society is. Shout out to you, sister. While we're on the subject, subscribe, share, and click the bell to all to stay informed on the channel. Thank you. So, from the headline of the article, I can say right away that it grabbed my attention and was a sign of good writing, of which I am a fan of. The article will be in the description for those who would like to read it for yourself. Essentially, the article touched on how following the rules, being a straight shooter, will get you penalized, which is an absolute truth. While being mean, evil gets rewarded. Why is that, you ask? I know, but I don't know. So here's what I do know. Let's talk briefly about the gun laws here in Illinois. The laws were supposed to grant legal holders certain rights that illegal gun holders could not access. Such as if you're in danger as a legal arms holder, the circumstances have to be dire or extremely dire for you to be able to simply protect yourself, or you'll face stiff penalties. While illegal arms holders go around firing, proceeding to cause grief to no end. And the most that will happen is that they will do a few months or years, all to go back to the streets to repeat the same behavior. Remember, I'm discussing absolute truth versus cultural truth. The absolute truth is, if you are a legal arms holder, you should be able to protect yourself and not be held to a higher standard to the illegal arms holder who has no standards. Higher standards, absolute truth. The opposite, lower standards, cultural truth. Let's look at another example of absolute truth versus cultural truths. Some people have been employed with the company and had that one or two persons who does the least and keeps up the most, and also can be snitchy. That's right, I said snitchy. I don't think it's a word, but I just made it a word. And then here you come along, getting the job on your merits and ethics, just to meet your absolute opposite. You quickly learn that this person or people are not to be trusted and must be kept within more than 6 feet from you at all times. Guess who most certainly gets closer to a figure in management? Yes, the undesirable employee. And may even achieve major recognition over you, including promotions that wasn't earned but given. Yet you know and have been told by the same management figure that you deserve it. Lastly, the low-value person is more likely to survive longer than a high-value person, based on the poop-butt behavior that has more value than integrity in many companies. Cultural truths, it seems that drama has more of a place than morals. Topsy-turvy, I tell you. It's complete madness. This video also speaks to balance. As said in a recent video, balance the key. The link is in the comments. No, I'm not saying that you have to behave as an undesirable to get your just desserts, but no one can be pleasant all of the time. That is unhealthy. I'm simply stating to know that balance is key and to recognize opportunities to balance things off to ensure that your sanity stays intact. That is an absolute truth. At times it frustrates me to dot all of the I's and cross all of the T's, all for some undeserving fool to come along and eat your cake and theirs as well. As I close this talk, the author spoke about someone who will truthfully check no on an unemployment form regarding, are you actively seeking work? How can you actively seek work, say in the restaurant, bar, or any business, large or small, that involves dealing with the public at this particular time? It isn't doable. And because of the fact that you may be honest, the benefits that you seek will not be attainable, thus penalizing the honorable. Why then did the ones responsible for the form, why didn't they, should I say, the ones responsible for the form have the foresight to see this conundrum and make some amendments to allow leniency as a result of this plandemic? That's right, I said plandemic. 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 The way that I think, even if I wanted to stay in my field of work, I have and would apply to other fields that I have some experience in until I can get back to my desired work in my field. Essentially expanding the options. See, again, this is the balance that I keep referring to, as it has many benefits, and that is the absolute truth, which pertains to the cultural proof. As different as they may be, you gotta make it work for you. Take this time to tackle tasks to add to your totality. I am Rasta Akil Bomani for Rasta's Realities. Peace to you.